how do I find my purpose?
I have a tool called the Dharma Blueprint. So it's 5 categories that you're going to put together. We've already done the first one together here on this podcast. What's your Dharma archetype? Your top 2, your top 3. Again, you can take the quiz. The second one is what mediums come through you. So mediums are you interested in speaking, writing, planning events, doing accounts? How do you express? And get as specific as you can. Do you like long form writing, short form writing, caption writing, novel writing, writing different ways, mediums that come through. And these do change over time as well. Yep. So the next one is, what are some obstacles that you have overcome or helped someone else overcome? Health challenges, divorce. But it could even be, I moved around a lot as a kid. I had to keep making new friends. Or I had a stutter and it always made me feel a little awkward, and I had to learn how to overcome that. It could be I didn't have good fashion sense. It could be big, it could be small, and it can be something that you've helped a sibling or a parent overcome as well. But our dharmas are always solving problems. Next is, what are you excited about? So I say write a list of everything you're excited about. So you could be like, I'm excited about, natural health and coaching and flowers and this and that. It could be like a list of all the different things. Once you have that giant list, it might be 30 different things. And when you're like not sure, what are you Google searching or chat GPTing? What conversations do you want to have? If you could go on a retreat about anything, what would it be? If you could meet anyone, what kind of person would you want to meet? If you had endless money, what would you want to spend it doing? These are things you're excited about. And so write down the list and then notice subcategories. So put together, for example, if I wrote down I'm interested in Ayurveda, yoga, Reiki, herbology, we've got like a wellness spiritual theme going on here. If I wrote I'm interested in AI and emerging technologies and things like that, we've got like a tech theme going on. So maybe you make some categories and you start to see how they're positioned together. And then the last thing is, what are your superpowers? So your superpowers are things that come easily to you that often you don't even realize are superpowers. So think about compliments people have given you. Like, you have such a way of making me feel seen and understood. If someone's told you that, people don't tell that to everyone, like I definitely don't. But we're so used to hearing the same compliments all the time that we're like, everyone gets, you're so great at making me feel seen, heard, and understood. No, people don't say that to everyone. Or maybe people say, you have such an impeccable design. Like every time I come to your home, it's so beautifully designed. I love your curation of things. That's a superpower. Or you're so organized. Or, you host the best dinner parties. Or you make complex topics really simple. These are superpowers. So if you're not sure, ask your friends, ask your family, ask people who know you, and don't be shy. Just think of all the compliments you may have heard or received, even if it's just like, you're so kind. Kindness is a huge superpower. So these are the 5 categories. So you're going to put them together in 5 circles. So you got your Dharma archetype, you've got your mediums, you've got your obstacles, you've got your excitement, and you've got your superpowers. You're going to write each down in a circle. And then I want you to put this on your refrigerator, put it wherever you're going to see it. Just keep looking at it. I have seen such remarkable things happen when people just look at, it's them. It's you on a piece of paper. It's crazy. And just looking at it for the first time in your life. Because most people have never, ever, ever been asked anything around their purpose. Like the closest we get is our guidance counselor in high school. It's like, okay, well, your SAT scores are in the 400s. So I think probably go to this school, and you like to talk, maybe be a lawyer, but you don't got the grades for that. It's like, that's the most we get, Yeah. They're like, you talk a lot, lawyer. I'm like, me? Like, But it's like that game of like life, that board game. It's like, pick a card. Here's your career. Go on, kid. And that's it, you know? So what the Dharma Blueprint does, it's like you're seeing your soul on a piece of paper. So look at it. And for some people, it's like instantly they know. Like I was actually challenged to help someone on the street, a stranger on the street, find their purpose. I had a sign that said, I will help you find your purpose today. Assigned a random person. And in that day, through doing this Dharma Blueprint, which we now train students to do in the Dharma Coaching Institute, she discovered that through dealing with postpartum depression, her gift of being an artist, being a photographer specifically, that she put together a gallery taking pictures of women before and after self-care and how you can reverse postpartum through acts of self-care. She ended up creating a whole exhibit of it. That wouldn't have existed had she not sat down and done this practice. So it's like our souls, our intuitions, they're waiting to tell us. We're just always on our phones. We're always doing something else that we don't take time to listen. That's why the moment that we're like doing the dishes or on a drive, it's like a moment of stillness. Our intuition's like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, imagine if we just like, even 10 minutes a day, the problems we would solve. So,
and I love that you mentioned somewhere in that it can change. Like your medium can change, your way of expression can change, and that's perfectly okay. Because what sometimes I feel people get overwhelmed with the idea of purpose, at least in my experience, because they think whatever I pick, this is it. This is going to be the rest of my life.
This card. I'm a cop.
Now I'm going to stuck with this for the rest of my life. So I don't want to decide because I don't know if this is going to be good or not. Is it going to really fulfill my dreams or not? And so because of that challenge or that projection into the future, they just don't do anything in the now. And then that doesn't help because then you're not really living in your purpose and you're not really living your dharma. And then you're taking 2 steps back and going back into the old reality and wondering, well, why am I not happy? Or why am I not joyous? Why don't I wake up jumping out of my bed every day? Well, because you're not living your purpose. And you will only live your purpose when you create movement towards it, right?
Exactly. And it's like on the highest level, all of our dharmas are the same. We're all here to raise consciousness. But then it gets more and more micro as we go, that it's like, okay, both of us, we're authors, we're podcast hosts, but our dharmas are very different. You know, there's similarities, but your vibration is different and my vibration, your vibration 3 years ago is different. My vibration 3 years ago is different. Our obstacles in lives change. When I first started my podcast, I would write down what I was going to say because I didn't trust myself as a speaker. I identified so much as a writer. And now I much prefer speaking to writing. So my medium completely shifted. Still my gift of communication, my visionary archetype, but the exact medium shifted over time because I practiced it, right?
Even what you're doing is different. A few years ago, you were doing Ayurveda. Today, you're talking about Dharma and purpose and meaning.
And they inform each other that sometimes the next iteration of your Dharma can only come through if you really focus on what's in front of you.